Hey y'all, my name is Priscilla and welcome back to my channel, Bookie Charm. For today's video, I'm going to be telling you what I plan to read for the Latinx-A-THON. So the Latinx-A-THON is a readathon that I help co-host, and if you're new here, this is the third official video for the Latinx-A-THON this year. Don't worry, because I will make sure to link my announcement video as well as the recommendations playlist that myself and my other co-hosts have created in the cards up above for you to check out if you'd like. But today we're going to talk about the books that I plan on reading. It's definitely a stack that is very ambitious that I will probably not finish over the 10-day span of our readathon, but I try to look at it this year as a pile of possibilities, as Kazan would say, because I've been mood reading for the past several months and it's been a struggle this year, I think, for a lot of people, but yeah, I'm mood reading, so this is a pile of possibilities. So the first book that I had to tell you about is definitely the highest priority because it's the group book, and that's By Any Means Necessary by Candice Montgomery. This is a book that will fulfill a number of our challenges and prompts, but also I just want to read along with the group and with the Latinx Lit Takeover, and I really love this cover, and I just got it out from the library yesterday, like just in the nick of time. And this is a YA contemporary that follows a Black queer teen named Tori, who is a freshman in college when his grandfather tells him that his family's bee farm is being threatened to be foreclosed on. Candice Montgomery seems like a very bright light, and I'm really interested to read this book. So that's By Any Means Necessary. Then I have a poetry anthology, which I don't read a lot of poetry anthologies, but I couldn't deny the beauty of this cover. And this is the Breakbeat Poets Volume 4 Latinx. This is edited by Felicia Chavez, Jose Olivares, and Willie Perdomo. Jose Olivares I've recommended on this channel before for Citizen Illegal. So that, along with Haymarket Books, who is the publisher of this book, have been putting out live streams with poetry readings, their last being the Afro-Latinx, Latinx poetry reading, and I really enjoyed it. I really loved a lot of those poems and the poets that I was introduced to, and that's what I'm looking forward to by reading this anthology. This has over 100 contributors of different ethnicities and heritages and walks of life and sexualities and genders and nationalities. So I think this will fulfill, pretty sure, Latinidad as well as voices based and roots based on that Afro-Latinx reading that I watched. And I'll make sure to leave that link down below if you're interested in watching it. Thought it was really great. Elizabeth Acevedo closes it out, and she is sublime. Then I have Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. This is a YA magical realism fairy tale retelling of the Red Shoes, the Dancing Red Shoes fairy tale. And McLemore writes really beautiful queer romances and fairy tales, and I really have enjoyed their work in the past, and that's why I decided to pick up their newest release. So this book starts in the 1500s when a woman wearing these dancing shoes will not stop dancing in the streets until she falls dead. And then it follows a second storyline where the shoes reappear and are worn by another character several hundred years later. And I think it's going to be this dual timeline story, kind of discovering the history of the shoes, the women that wore the shoes and were a part of this major conspiracy. A lot of them were thought to be witches. And I think that it's going to be a very heavy read, so I will probably be reading this very slowly, but definitely want to get it started at least. Then I have Asara and the Meaning of Being Awesome by Sara Gonzalez and Monica Brown. This is, I think, a middle grade chapter book, and it's co-written by two Peruvian American authors, and Sara Gonzalez is Peruvian and Costa Rican. Sara, the little girl that this book is written by and about, was a part of the Bombo Estéreo Soy Yo music video. That's where she kind of rose to fame. And I think that these books, it's actually a series, this is the first in the series, but I think that all of these books kind of are inspired by the fame that she's reached and all the power that she has and influence that she's had. This book is about her as a fourth grader, and in the story her grandparents are moving and she's coming up with a plan to save their house. And honestly, I just want to read it because I love that video, that song, this little girl so much, and I want to give this book a try. Then I have Pride by E.B. Savoy. This is a YA retelling of Pride and Prejudice written by a Haitian author. So this is a book that follows Zuri Benitez, who is in Brooklyn and is Afro-Latinx, and I think that a very wealthy family, the Darcys, move across the street, and this is a book about gentrification. I've had my eye on this book for quite a while. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about it, and I'm interested to see what I think about it. I saw this at a used bookstore and had to buy it for Latinxathon, so looking forward to starting this. And another major selling point for me was also that Elizabeth Acevedo narrates the audiobook for this, so I'm hoping to get my hands on that, and that will definitely help me read this if I need an audiobook. So while we're talking about audiobooks, let me tell you about some of the audiobooks I have on hold at my library that I'm hoping I will get in time for the event for the readathon. First up I have It Is Wood, It Is Stone by Gabriella Burnham. This is a debut literary fiction contemporary novel by a Brazilian American author, and I believe it follows a Brazilian American protagonist. This book follows two Brazilian and American women in Sao Paulo, Brazil over the course of a year and how their lives intersect, and the discussions and reflections of the racial divide in Brazil and the colorism and other societal issues that plague citizens within Brazil's borders. According to Goodreads, it's going to discuss a lot of the racial tensions there, and I think that, along with this cover, really sold me, so looking forward to starting that. I'm also hoping to get to You Had Me at Ola by Alexis Daria. This is a new release, a contemporary romance written by a Puerto Rican author, and I believe the heroine is also Puerto Rican, so its own voices for that representation. And I've heard about this just about everywhere, on BookTube, on Book Twitter, on Instagram, because of that gorgeous cover. And it's a novella style romance that follows two of the actors on this new rom-com, bilingual rom-com on a Netflix-like streaming service, and how they interact, how they get to know each other, and of course love ensues. The heroine has just broken up with her ex, and the hero has some dark secret that doesn't want to get out, so it's conflicted by that. And I've heard really great things. Jocelyn, actually, our other co-host for this readathon, recommended this in her recommendations video, so got that recommendation, and I'm really looking forward to You Had Me at Ola. It's one of my most anticipated reads for this year. And lastly, I have a children's picture book. I wanted to read Senorita Mariposa, which is written by Mr. G, who is a Latin Grammy award-winning artist, as well as illustrated by Marcos Rivero, who is a Mexican artist. So this is a children's picture book that is bilingual. It's written in both English and Spanish, and it is about the trek of the butterflies, the migration paths from Canada to Mexico, and it looks really beautiful. I really want a light, kind of lighthearted read for this readathon, so that's why I picked this up. And that is my official TBR for the Latinx-A-THON, so I'm really excited to read all these books eventually, hopefully during Latinx Heritage Month. The day that this video is supposed to go up on September 1st, our giveaway is officially closing, so I hope that you all had a chance to put all your entries in, and good luck to you. Look out on our social media on Instagram and Twitter for those announcements of the winners, because that should be coming very soon. I did want to say though that our fundraiser is going to be open throughout the event, and I hope that if you haven't yet, maybe I encourage you to check out our fundraiser, because it benefits the Afro Resistance Group and the Black Latina Girls and Women's Fund, which is a great fundraiser that Black Latinx women across the Americas and the Caribbean can get a direct financial assistance from. And it's a really great fundraiser, so I hope that you'll check that out and give anything that you can. Every little bit matters, and I hope that we can reach our goal. When I'm filming this, our fundraiser has officially crossed over the halfway mark, so we're about halfway there to our goal, so definitely encourage you again to check that out. Yeah, that's about all that I have for this TBR video today. If you saw anything that you're interested in, or maybe that you're looking to pick up for the readathon, I'm definitely open to any buddy reads. If you'd like to buddy read with me, definitely leave that in the comments down below. Let me know what you're most excited for to read for the Latinx-A-THON. That's all I have for today, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!